Okay, hi everybody. It's Jamar here. Okay, so I didn't book my English class yet, so I should book my English class first. Okay, so today I'm gonna book a class with a Filipino English teacher. Let me see what time should be available. My looking for a teacher May. I was going to answer. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I do not know. Oh, there's no time march. So probably I'm not gonna have English class tonight. Just talk with ChatGPT. Much better. Okay, so yeah, this materials is my English teacher she given to me, and this presentation is I'm just yeah also is one my English teacher made it, but I added some other things, so that'll be cool. So I wanna add these things into my presentation, not just ask ChatGPT. Change blindness. Okay, so call ChatGPT now. Hello ChatGPT.
你好，看起来你正在看一个关于变化芒式的演示文档，有什么需要我帮忙解释或讨论的吗
No speaking English, okay?
？Sure. How can I help you with change blindness?
Okay, so that's cool. And you know what? There's this change brand is about you can see these interesting psychology moments, right?
Absolutely. Change blindness is a fascinating topic in psychology. It shows how our attention can miss even large changes in our environment. It's definitely one of those interesting psychology moments.
Okay, so you can see this presentation. Did you see it's a social psych is was a social psychology, and there was a presentation I made. So as I mentioned about change blindness and the interesting psychology moments is a presentation is PDF from my English teacher. So I want to review this one and I just added this to my presentation, because this presentation is kind of like my journey note. Yeah.
That sounds like a great idea. Adding insights from your internship will make your presentation more personal and engaging. If you need any help refining your slides or organizing the content, let me know.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna to like give me a second. Let me try.
Sure, take your time. Let me know when you're ready or if there's anything specific you'd like to go over.
Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so
No problem.
this stuff is just like is a note what I learned and psychology and yeah and
That's a great way to use your notes.
mm,
Incorporating what you've learned will make your presentation richer and more insightful. If you want any tips on how to structure your presentation or highlight key points, I'm here to help.
oh, thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to add, this is hierarchy. This is not hierarchy actually is not related about social psychology or psychology. Just I just curious about the just I'll say that just the hierarchy. Every society, every countries they have their own hierarchy, especially India.
Hierarchy can indeed be an interesting topic, especially in the context of social psychology. Different societies and cultures often have their own unique structures, and understanding these hierarchies can provide valuable insights.
Uh,
Including this could add.
That's cool. That's cool. So we're gonna just, I just added, you can notice it. I just added, I just added a new person, just new slide, just new page is called change brandings, right? So here's a definition of change brandings, and here it is. Just people often, okay, let's see, let's check it out. Pure change brandings. People often People often to fail to notice major changes in their environment. In experiments, participants have failed to realize the person they were talking to was swapped with someone else mid conversation simply because they weren't expecting change, expecting a change. So I don't know what's the word. I was highlighted. Could you just tell me what it is?
Sure. Change blindness refers to the phenomenon where people fail to notice significant changes in their visual environment. This happens because our attention is limited and we often miss details we're not focused on. In the example you gave, participants didn't notice a person being swapped because they weren't expecting it. It's a common example in psychology experiments.
What's meaning of swapped?
Swapped means exchanged or replaced. In the context of change blindness, it refers to one person being replaced with another without the observer noticing.
Just like they did not it was like, you know what? Okay, so I didn't say it was like I was you know it's kind of, I don't know how to say it. Just like I was in environment for like in my company. I was just my current company. I've been working in this company for 5 years. So in this environment, I did not notice anything that I improved or something else changed. But when I look back to the five years ago, I completely changed a lot. Is that right?
That's a great example of how change blindness can apply in real life. When we're immersed in a familiar environment for a long time, we might not notice gradual changes. But looking back over the years, those changes can be significant. It's interesting how our perception can miss these slow transformations.
Swapped is like exchange, right? Exchange something.
Exactly. Swapped means exchanged or replaced with something else.
Okay, that's cool. So, I was wondering, like, could you just give me example of change brandies? Just give me example, like, in just like in a scenario. Yeah.
Sure, one classic example is a psychology experiment where a researcher asks a pedestrian for directions. While they're talking, two people carrying a large object walk between them, and the researcher is swapped with another person. Often, the pedestrian doesn't notice the switch because they're not expecting the change. It's a powerful demonstration of change blindness.
Oh, why you miss a big change right before your eyes? Oh, I see. Ooh.
Exactly. Change blindness shows how even obvious changes can go unnoticed if we're not expecting them. It highlights the limits of our attention.
People, okay, so change branding is okay. So change branding is in okay. So people's tendency to ignore change in a scene when they occur in religion that is far away from their focus of attention.
Yes, exactly. Change blindness often occurs when changes happen outside the area of focus or attention. It's a tendency to overlook changes in the environment, especially if they are not expected or happen gradually.
The significant changes in web page can remain unnoticed when they lack strong cues due to limitations of human attention. Because as a human, we do not have too much. Like our brain, we're not strong enough, so we can't pay attention on everything. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Our attention has limits, so we can miss significant changes if they don't stand out or if we're not focused on them. It's a natural limitation of our brain's processing capacity.
Oh, I got you. So could you just give me simple example like change brand is in a scenario?
Sure, imagine you're at a restaurant talking to a waiter.
Mm.
The waiter leaves, and another waiter who looks similar but is not the same person returns. Because you're focused on ordering, you might not notice the switch. This is a classic example of change blindness in action.
Okay, so I just okay, so change blend is definition plus examples. Okay, so I just found that okay, I'll show you later. Okay, this is a what
Sure.
this is this is a website about change blend. It's a definition plus example, so we can check it out together. Okay, let's just read it first. If I had a question, I just ask you.
Sure, that sounds great. Feel free to ask any questions as you go through it, and I'll be here to help clarify anything.
Okay, so let me get started. Have you ever seen a movie with continuous errors? Continually errors? What's mean continually errors? You can see continual errors. I don't know what's the meaning of it.
Continuity errors are mistakes in movies or shows where some details change between scenes. For example, if a character is holding a cup in one shot and it's gone in the next, that's a continuity error.
Oh, I
It's an
got okay.
inconsistency.
I got it. I remember when when we were there's some like a YouTubers they make some continuity errors like collect all the continuity errors in from a film and they collect to tell people okay you can see it okay yeah continuity errors yeah.
Exactly. Those videos highlight how easy it is to miss changes, which is a fun way to understand change blindness. It's always interesting to see how many details can slip by unnoticed.
Yeah, exactly. So I do remember, and yeah. Okay, so here's a good example. Here's a really good example. I remember that. So, when I was back to I started learning English last year, in 2017, I started watching Friends. So as I just noticed, like Ross's wife, Carol. I think yes, Carol. When she first met her wife. It was like it's a lady just has a strong I think it's kind of like a choppy face and it's something like that. Then just suddenly it's not suddenly just when the next when we in the next episode just when she meets her ex-wife again the character was changed. So I just noticed it because I was learning English. I was doing imitation about copy how they pronounce, just repeat it. I just watch it step by step, repeat after what they say. So I just noticed it.
That's a great observation. It's impressive that you noticed the change while focusing on learning English. Continuity errors can be quite subtle, and catching them means you're really paying attention to details.
Yeah, okay, so that is my example. Uh, could you just refine my example or polish my example? I just wanna put my example into my presentation. Thank you.
Sure. Here's a polished version. When I started learning English by watching Friends in 2017, I noticed a continuity error. Ross's ex wife, Carol, was played by a different actress in the first few episodes. Because I was focusing on repeating lines to improve my pronunciation, I caught that detail. This really showed me how much we can miss if we're not paying close attention.
Exactly. Okay, so what's change? Okay, so let's go back. Let's just keep go back to let's say the website about the chain blindness definition. Okay, so chain blindness is a cognitive glitch. What's cognitive glitch?
Glitch typically refers to a small fault or error in a system. In the context of change blindness, it might be used metaphorically to describe how our perception can miss details, almost like a glitch in our awareness.
Okay, what is cognitive glitches work the same way as the normal glitches, but the system is us. Okay, glitches. Okay, let me see glitches.
Exactly. A cognitive glitch describes a moment where our mental processing fails or misses something.
All glitch,
Similar to
okay, glitches are like little mistakes or bugs in video games or computers that make things act funny or not work right. Imagine your game character suddenly jumping in the wrong direction or funny sound playing when okay, just like